Good morning. Good morning. Mic check. Can you hear me? Awesome. Thank you, Leela. Thank you, Timothy. Good morning. Good morning. Mic check. Can you hear? All right. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Kimberly. Cool, cool. Leela. Wilson, you're welcome. Said your name right. I've got a lot of names to pronounce right today. So awesome. Mic sounds great. Good stuff because it's a brand new mic. It's a Yeti. Yes, it's a Yeti. Look it up. We got it off of Amazon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody all over the world who is checking in and getting in today. This is Mark Giffgart coming to you from the flight deck here in Houston, Texas. As I hear on all those different shows, Houston, we're a go. All right, cool. So I see everybody kind of logging in here from all over the world, New Jersey, Chicago. We've got some folks over in the Middle East. We got the Rocky Mountains. We've got people over in Australia, Denver, Kentucky, Bonaire Island, wherever that is. Yeah. The DMV, which is in the Washington, D.C. area, California, Dallas. So congratulations, rock and roll, getting on this call this morning. So I'm without a co-pilot today, but you know what? I think I've got a co-pilot on here with me. I think it's Captain Dean. Captain Dean's helping me out this morning. So Captain Dean, thank you for that. Thank you for letting everybody know to get on the call this morning. And so with that, there are a lot of announcements. I've got some special guests that are going to be coming on here soon. So go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get kicked off right now. There's a lot to cover. And you know, you guys do this to me every single time. You send me more Top Gun spotlight things the evening before, the morning of. So all of those aren't going to quite make it today, but some of you were proactive and were able to get me what I needed before we got kicked off. So let's go ahead and rock and roll and get this flight started. Okay, now, can everybody hear me good? Okay, want to wait? Yes, all right, cool. Everybody can hear me good. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and do hashtag vision. Hashtag vision. Let's do that. Light it up with hashtag vision. Awesome. Cool. So some of you are thinking, all right, well, what is this hashtag vision? It is the name of the conference in Las Vegas that we are going to be doing. So you guys are going to be absolutely blown away when the flight deck gets to Vegas. So it is going to be absolutely incredible. We're going to talk more about that here in just a little bit. But where is the co-captain? Mr. T. Gray. He's probably in the middle of the Pacific Ocean right now. He's going on a cruise. He is a product of the product. He's doing some product development testing. So he is out there, and he'll be out there for several days. He'll be back for next flight school. But again, I've got some special guests today I know that are going to get you guys rocking and rolling, and it's going to be awesome to have them on. So T. Gray, let's give him a big shout out. Let's say, T. Gray, have a great cruise. T. Gray, have a great cruise. All right, rocking and rolling. Boom gear. So we've got new boom gear, and here is, these shirts are still available, and you guys are going to want to get the new boom gear at boomgear.com. So if you want boom gear, get it at boomgear.com. And if you have any reason to reach out to find out more about your order or anything like that, go ahead and reach out to us at gear@ibuumerang.com. Gear@ibuumerang.com. Let's see here. I know we've got some things. Okay, anyways, so I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm getting some texts. Okay, and let me check this one over here just to be sure. All right. Okay, good deal. Okay, so is everybody all set on boom gear? Yes, we can go forward. Rock and roll. Okay, it's happening right now. Your Global Master Ambassador, Mr. Edwin Haynes, is in Barcelona, and the Go Diamond training is happening right now. I started seeing the videos come in at like 4 a.m. this morning, and these Go Diamond trainings are exactly what they are. They are there to help you go diamond. And I know that people are taking advantage of these. I saw a packed out, massive crowd in Barcelona this morning at 4 a.m. when I logged on, and people were taking video. There were lines out the door, around the corner, down the hall, and they were all there to see our Global Master Ambassador, Mr. Edwin Haynes, as well as Blue Diamond, Mr. Cesar Muñez. So Cesar is there. And I know he's got some other team members there. I know there's some other diamonds there as well. So if you are anywhere near Barcelona right now, you can still run over there and catch part of that Go Diamond training. And this is the end of the tour in Europe. So he's been to the UK. He was in Paris. Those events were sold out and packed out, people standing everywhere. And so whenever Edwin is within 3,000 miles of where you are, you need to get yourself there and get yourself in front of a person who is literally, that has made literally millions and millions of dollars in the network marketing industry, has helped tens of thousands of people, and has mentored folks to millionaire status. So you never want to miss these trainings. Again, if you're anywhere near within 3,000 miles of where any of our leaders are, you want to get there. I know that we had Amy and Steve Seaver over in Australia. I know that we've got also Mr. Bugs is going to be in Dallas, Texas on Tuesday, July 30th. And somebody was telling us, you know, the Aloft Hotel is way too small. So I know that it's going to be completely sold out. And so you're going to want to be sure that you get there very early, because I don't think there's going to be any room in those in that conference room where they're going to have this at the Hotel Aloft in Dallas. We may need to change the venue. Who knows? But I'll wait for information on that. But you know, again, if you're anywhere within 3,000 miles of where our CEO and founder or chairman, excuse me, is going to be presenting, you want to be there. What happens in those rooms and when they present and when they give the information that they've given or have learned and spent 29 years of sharpening their axe. And now we are launching, and we're still in pre-launch for ibuumerang. But when Holton is there, you need to be there and get your guests there as well, because there's nothing like hearing it directly from the CEO whose vision is pure and it's being executed upon in a pure fashion, meaning he's not allowing anybody else to execute on his vision. And that's one thing that really attracted me to bring my family out here from California and move to Houston, Texas, is the fact that it was going to be Holton that was going to be executing on his own vision, not someone else, and not a team of executives or corporate folks somewhere else in the world. It was going to be the CEO and chairman himself that was going to execute on his vision. So you never want to miss this. He is going to be there in Dallas. And again, it's just going to be an event, I think, that you're not going to be able to get into at this point. So let's move on and rock and roll here. Yesterday, we set out the first rewards and awards and certificates of achievement. And if you have achieved any level in ibuumerang, from director all the way up to Triple Crown Diamond, you got a certificate of achievement. So these were sent out, and we're going to be sending these out every single month. And this is going to be cool because not only are we going to recognize you monthly, but in Vegas, and again, let's do the hashtag vision in Vegas, hashtag vision in Vegas. We are going to be recognizing you in a very, very significant way. So these went out, and there's a couple of things we ask you to do in the email. One is tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us your story. And you're going to want to send all of those questions that we're asking you in an email back to us at recognition@ibuumerang.com. Recognition@ibuumerang.com. And it's in the email, so you'll see it there. And then secondarily, we're going to ask, we let you know, we need you to register for recognition in Vegas. And you can do that at ibuumhub.com, ibuumhub.com. And it's right at the top when you go to the main page at ibuumhub.com, and you'll be able to register for recognition. We need to know your name. We need to know who's with you, if there's going to be anybody with you, whether it's a spouse or a business partner, significant other. So we want to be sure that we get it right when we go to Vegas. So get those filled out, get that information filled out. And then finally on there, if you don't have your ticket to Vegas, you just need to get that ticket to Vegas, because it is going to be off the charts, out of control, incredible. And the tickets are really starting to sell out at this point. So get your tickets now, and you can get those tickets at ibuumerangevents.com. And I'm going to go over that more in a minute. But here's what I do want to recognize. I want to recognize, and this is, now the name is pronounced Maciek Wisniewski. Wisniewski, okay? And let me, Maciek, if you can just tell me, did I pronounce that name right? But his name is not Maciek, it's Maciej. And so it's spelled wrong on this certificate of achievement. And so if we didn't get it right on your certificate of achievement, and Maciej let me know, and he sent an email back. So if we didn't get it right, we want to get it right. So send us an email at recognition@ibuumerang.com, and we'll make sure that you've got the right certificate with the right information on it and your name spelled correctly, because it's important. It's critical that we get it right. All right. So hopefully I got that right. Maciej. All right. Vision. And I see you guys are loading it up. Hashtag Vision in Vegas. How many of you seen the video? If you've seen the video, go ahead and put in the chat, I've seen the video. I've seen the video. Let's see it. Let's rock and roll on that. So right now, and if you haven't seen the video, you know where you can see the video? Where can they see the video? Where can they see it? ibuumhub.com. Boy, there's a common thread here about everything that we're doing, right? You can find it on Facebook, and you can find it on ibuumhub.com. And it looks like we got a lot of people saying, hey, I've seen the video. I've seen the video. Fantastic. Excellent. Good stuff. Okay. So right now, full price is $250. Right now it's $199.99. The price is going up. When? Soon. And it's going to go up to $129.99. Or no. Hold up. Man, that's going backwards. It's going to go up to $229.99. So from $199.99 to $229.99. Which price would you rather pay? Well, I'm thinking I would have rather paid the $149.99 way back when, and we're awarding and rewarding those folks for doing that, for buying early. Okay. And I think some of you know what I'm talking about. So T. Gray, we were sitting here one morning doing flight school, and he said, hey, for everybody who got their ticket before July 15th, we're going to give them an extra 25 boomerangs, an extra 25 boomerangs. Uh-oh. Hold on a second here. Let me take a look here. Oh, okay. It's Anna. She's sending out flight school stuff. Okay. So yeah, and then there's 10, 10, and 10. So there's a lot of promotions. I'm going to go over the promotions in a minute. But if you did get your ticket early at the $149.99 price, and then I think we bumped it up to $179.99, you folks were early, and we're rewarding you with 25 extra boomerangs, and we're going to start awarding those this coming week. So watch for those extra 25 boomerangs in your back office. And so again, get your ticket to Vegas. Get it. Oh, I'm getting my ticket today. I will not miss this event. Yvette Turner, fantastic. rock and roll, go get your ticket because it will go up to $229.99 and then it'll continue to go up after that. All right, let's move on. Oh, and where do you get your tickets? Where do you get your tickets? ibuumerangevents.com or iboomhub.com. Either one, but ibuumerangevents.com or iboomhub.com. All right, rock and roll. Okay, the women's event. It is 95% sold out. 95% sold out. And this is with Erlene Buggs. If you have not seen her speak, you are missing out. Ladies, get your butts in those seats. And right now, I think today, after today, it's going to be gone. It's going to be done. So, so get those tickets for the Erlene Buggs Women in Business event. That is September 2nd, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's the final day, and you guys are going to be able to just see some incredible speakers. I know that there's some entertainment as well. And I know that I've got my daughter and my wife their tickets. So, and you know, everybody pays for this event. It's $125. I went ahead and I dropped that $250 for my wife and my daughter. And I know for a fact, they are going to get so much out of it, way more than what the ticket price is. So go ahead and get those tickets. And again, if you're not getting them today, I guarantee you, they're going to be sold out. So moving on. Passport to freedom. Okay, let's light it up. Let's light up hashtag passport to freedom right now. So what is passport to freedom? It is a way to get passport stamps, which we are keeping track of for you, and boomerangs for all kinds of different things that you can do. So what does it look like to get a stamp in your passport, and how do you get stamps in your passport? So new TSAs, 10 boomerangs, 2 stamps. 10 new customers, 10 boomerangs, 2 stamps. Get a Vegas ticket, 10 boomerangs, 2 stamps. I got to do it like this, 10 boomerangs, 2 stamps. So what is it? 10 boomerangs, 2 stamps. And that's for all of those things. Now, the top 3 with the most stamps for the July, and this is your last chance. We're in the final stretch. We're in the red zone. The red zone is from the 21st through the end of the month, and this is when you get massive volume. So kick it into high gear, guys. And the benefit is this. Number 1, you're going to get massive volume. Number 2, you're going to get passport stamps. And number 3, you're going to get boomerangs. So in the top 3 with the most stamps for July, number 1 is going to get 3 pieces of swag of your choice. 3 pieces of swag of your choice. Awesome, incredible, cool stuff. Number 2, choice of a shirt or a hat. And number 3, you're going to get one of these cool, handy dandy notebooks and one of these really cool pens with the flashlight on the other end. Hold on. All right, so cool, good stuff. All right, so there's that. And then we were saying, okay, so the people with over 50 passport stamps get reserved seating in Vegas. And I ran that past Holt, and Holt said, no. He said, no. He said anybody with over 25 passport stamps gets reserved seating in Vegas. There are only 100 seats available. Only 100. So you got to get those passport stamps, get to 25 as soon as possible. So what else is going to be happening, and how else can you get passport stamps? Rank advancement. How many boomerangs do you get for this? 20 boomerangs and 5 stamps. So you go from director to senior director, 20 boomerangs, 5 stamps. You go from sapphire to ruby, 20 boomerangs and 5 stamps. So it doesn't matter which rank you go from and to, you're going to get those 20 boomerangs and 5 stamps. You run your subscription fee for $49.95, you get 1 stamp. For $99.95, 2 stamps. And you're already getting boomerangs for those as well. And then upgrading. So standby to coach, 2 stamps. Standby to business, 4 stamps. Standby to first class, 8 stamps. And then coach to business 2, coach to first 6, business to first 4. So you can find all of this at iboomhub.com. Go to the promotions tab. The promotions tab on iboomhub.com, and it explains it all, tells you all that you can do to get those passport stamps. All right, moving on because we've got a lot to cover and we've still got our special guests. Okay, hashtag good. Everybody is doing good parties and boom parties, but what is hashtag good? Hashtag good is get out of debt. And we've had 5 people send us videos on them getting out of debt. The first one was Jackie Pippins, paid off 2 cars with her first checks in ibuumerang. So get those hashtag good stories to us. Doesn't matter how it is. And guys, light up the chat with hashtag good. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter if it's, $500 credit card that you paid off with one of your checks, or you're paying off cars, or you're paying off a house payment, okay, or paying off a mortgage. So it can go from the smallest thing to the largest thing. But guys, send in those stories and be good. Be hashtag good, right? That's one of our philosophies here. Not only is ibuumerang about sending out goodwill and expecting nothing in return, okay, and sending out free websites to customers and expecting, them to, getting good back, but it's also about getting out of debt. One of our philosophies is don't do what all those other network marketing companies do. And that is they want you to go ahead and have the airs of being wealthy and having these watches and having nice cars and taking Instagram photos with Ferraris and all of that. Guys, we're not about that. I mean, if you own the Ferrari or the watch or that stuff outright, fantastic. But if you're up to debt and you're all up to debt, above your ears, and you're taking these pictures and sending them out there to the world, don't do that. Let's get you out of debt. I'd rather have somebody drive a Honda, and I hear Holton say this all the time. I'd rather have somebody drive a Honda that's paid off than drive a Mercedes or a BMW that they've got payments on. So, ladies and gentlemen, get out of debt. And that's what we're about. We're here to be hashtag just different. We're not about all that other stuff. Okay. Now, hey, if you can afford it and you've got it paid off, fantastic, great job. And you know what? With some of the checks that I've seen, disclaimer, warning, notice. What the amount of effort you put in is the amount of effort you're going to get out of this, and your checks will be commensurate with the efforts that you put in. But with some of the checks that I've seen here, and I've got access to this, there are people that can definitely afford all of that stuff I was just talking about, and not just a couple of people, literally lots and lots of people. So, all right, moving on. Do you have a case of the DTRTs? What is the DTRTs? As T. Gray likes to say, man, they're itchy sometimes, and that's the wrong DTRTs. So what they are is doing the right things. Man, I love seeing people do the right things. So we're going to dive in, and there have been so many people that love this segment. And there's some people that say, man, just get through the DTRTs. Well, those are the people not doing the DTRTs. Apparently, they don't have any pictures of themselves doing the right things. So let's get into it. But do the right things, guys. What is doing the right things? It's showing up at briefings whenever they are. It's going to the Go Diamond trainings. It's having good parties and boom parties in your homes, in the living rooms and dens. And I've got a new hashtag too that I'm going to tell you about here in just a little bit. It is doing the right things. It's getting out there and letting people know, not being a secret agent, but letting people know about your ibuumerang business. It's about wearing your boom gear out there in public. You're doing the right things, and people saying, hey, Mark, what the heck is this ibuumerang thing that you're doing, right? So let's dig in. Let's go. So for those people that want me to just move on. All right. This is cool. I love this section. It is awesome. So we got Coraline, Demetra, Alicia, Pamela, Anna, all in Los Angeles. I see Alicia on here a lot. She's out of Vegas, and they're having good parties and boom parties all over the place. We got Stephanie, Dominique, and David up in Montreal. Great job, guys. I see you guys here on a regular basis. Look at them throwing down the booms. Alicia and Edward over in Louisville, Kentucky. It's the first time I've seen them on here. Look at the kids down there on the couch throwing the booms. We got Chanel and Roshan in Jamaica. So this is the second time I've seen them here on Top Gun Spotlight. Let's move on. Oop. All right. Boom. Enoch and Patience over in Zimbabwe. This is the first time I've seen them. Zimbabwe is in the house. Look at them. Again, in the living rooms and dens. This is where it happens, I'm telling you. Treon and Sonia and Gregory over in Atlanta. We got William Ray over in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, doing an event over there. It's got all his ibuumerang stuff. We got Anna and Teresa over in Honduras. And look at them. Again, where are they? They are in a living room and den. All right, we got Robin and Tijuana, Houston, my lady. Okay, Douglasville, Georgia. She is rocking and rolling. You know what? There's one thing I have to say. Look at her. And then here she is again over here in Hampton, Georgia. And then here she is again in Fayetteville, Georgia. Tijuana is a rocking and rolling lady. She is booming all over the U.S. I know she flew to Paris to see our CEO and chairman of ibuumerang, Mr. Holton Buggs. Again, I said within 3,000 miles. Well, I think Paris is about 3,000 miles from Atlanta. So she was right in there and they all flew over. I think Jackie Pippins did too. So, and that's somebody who I see is just rocking and rolling. She's a Sapphire ambassador headed to Diamond. So we've got Deborah over in Fayetteville. We got Dion in Hampton. So congratulations, you guys. And look at every one of those places. So there's two there. Looks like they're living rooms and dens. And we got another one over here. Looks like it was a bigger event. And they had it in a maybe a local, restaurant or something like that. Now we've got, let's see here. We've got, oh, and there's Tijuana again. We got Sharon, Tijuana, Marlisa, and Nyasha in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Hey, I know Nyasha just had a baby, so congratulations to her. I think it's probably just a couple months old now. We got a boom baby that she is. Yeah, cool. All right, rocking and rolling. All right, checking my messages. Okay. Leslie Green and Jason Cross. I missed you guys last week. You are on Top Gun Spotlight this week. Hashtag doing the right thing. So rock and roll. Awesome. You guys are incredible. Tanya Lawrence, I see her all over the place as well. And we got Sonia and Gregory down in Atlanta. And then we got Sly Corley over here with his boom gear on. That's doing the right things too. Think about that. Hashtag DTRTs. I know they do a lot of events. I actually did an event for them in Napa, California before I left and moved to Houston. But they are doing events all over the place. And again, where are they at? In the living rooms and dens. In the living rooms and dens is where it happens. All right. Dr. Lawrence Bowie over in Maryland. They looks like they're in somebody's office there and rocking and rolling. And then we've got William Thurston, Kim Johnson, Emma, and Treva. Treva is all over the place as well. I see her flying from here to there, and I see William. Diamond Ambassador, Mr. William Thurston. He also, I saw last week, had an event in Compton, Los Angeles. So I know he's flying all over and making it happen. And in this case, they were in Las Vegas. Then we got Gloria and Brendan over in New Zealand. And I've seen New Zealand a couple of times here, and they are rocking and rolling in New Zealand. Then we got Yolanda, Faith, April, and Ahiana over in Indianapolis, Indiana. All right, rocking and rolling, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hey, and then we got Lester Hughes. This came from Kiara Lasty. He signed up one night and then showed up to the meeting the next night in Houston with his list. So, and again, I'm going to talk about the 5 steps today. I know you guys know about the 5 steps. For those of you that don't, though, and where do you find the 5 steps? You can download the 5 steps. Where do you download the 5 steps? iboomhub.com in the download section. It's under resources and then downloads. Okay. The 5 steps, the fast start 5 steps. All right. Then we got Mr. Sam Bean and Lois Coffee in Minnesota. So Sam and Kim Bean, they went diamond in 30 days. And I know Kim Bean did the briefing in Houston, the presentation in Houston last Thursday. Incredible people. I love them. They've got big hearts. And somebody else who's flying everywhere, that is Sam Bean. Mr. Sam Bean is rocking and rolling all the time. And I just see him consistently on the road, flying from place to place to place. And I know that Lois and DDA up in Minnesota deserve his time. Why? Because they are continuously requalifying Sapphire every single month. I think that Lois and DDA have already qualified for Sapphire Splash in February. We're going to be going to Costa Rica and another one in Morocco. But I think they've already qualified for not only the flight, but not only the hotel room, but maybe also the flight as well. And next is going to be, so anyways, bottom line, I know that they are qualifying every single month. They deserve Mr. Sam and Kim Bean's time. So congratulations to them up there in Minnesota. All right, Sharon, Kevin, and Tammy over in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Again, look at them there. Looks like they're in a dining room there. We've got Maciek, Greg Lidka, and Edwin Haynes in Poland. Well, they were in the UK, but they're from Poland. And Maciek said to me in his email this morning, he said, hey, he said, listen, he goes, you need to learn how to pronounce our names because there's going to be a whole lot more people that are going to be coming from Poland. And then we've got Kemp, Satchel, and Lynn, Jamel, and Norma. And I think they were down in Florida in that picture there. And, Kemp and Deidre, they are traveling. They live in Philadelphia. They came down to Houston. Then they're moving their way across the southern states. I think they're now in Florida, maybe up in Georgia. Who knows where they are? But they are doing a huge loop, and they are rocking and rolling again. Going where the action is. And, I was talking to David Gilty yesterday, and he was here at the office at the iBoom HQ. And we were talking about leading at the top, but working at the bottom. This is one thing that Edwin Haynes, our Global Master Ambassador, and Mr. Holton Buggs, our chairman and CEO, had coached myself on for years. And that was lead at the top, but work at the bottom, meaning all the new people that are coming onto your team and coming onto your teams, okay? You want to be there with them. It doesn't happen by leading at the top and managing. It happens by working in the hashtag living rooms and dens. And speaking of living rooms and dens, I want to get to that hashtag right here. If you look in the middle of the screen, Carla, Damien, Rachel, they're in New Zealand. And she sent me this picture and said, hashtag living rooms and dens. I want you guys to light up the chat with hashtag living rooms and dens. It's where it happens. And you can see, man, they're even down in New Zealand. They're throwing down the boom. They're launching. They're throwing down the boom there. And then we got Charles Jenkins here over on the left-hand side. And then we got Chrissy DeLisser and Teresa and Gloria over in Brooklyn, New York. I know that this was during the heat wave, Chrissy said, and they're doing fantastic. Chrissy is in Top Gun Spotlight every single week. And every single week, what is she sending me? More pictures of her in living rooms and dens. Living rooms and dens, hashtag living rooms and dens. Cool. You guys are lighting it up in the chats. Awesome. All right. And then we got Maciek again and Derek, and they're doing a Zoom with folks in Vietnam. So who says you can't build an international business right from your home? So bottom line is this, guys, rock and roll. You can build your business anywhere. But again, I just want to stress this point. It's got to be in the living rooms and dens. And if you're not in the living rooms and dens, you got to ask yourself, what is my business growing or is my business not growing? And again, where it grows the fastest. And this is not just something I heard. This is not just something that was told to me. This is something that I put into action and became a 6-figure and top 10 earner in network marketing with. And that was getting into the living rooms and dens. There are lots of ways to build this business. You can do those Zoom calls and by all means, definitely do those Zoom calls. There's a lot of people saying, oh yeah, but I can do social media. You know what? Don't make that your primary method. What is it that does it? Hashtag living rooms and dens. Rock and roll. Okay, customer corner. Renee Young. Wow. 242 active customers. It's not 242 boomerangs she sent out. It's 242 boomerangs that have been activated. And she gave us an incredible training. And I've got somebody coming up here in a minute to give you some training. So 242 active customers. How'd she get 242 boomerangs? Well, she takes advantage of all of the promotions we run. She took advantage of hashtag Jet Setter June. She took advantage of the promotions we did before that. She's taking advantage of hashtag Passport to Freedom. How does she get all those boomerangs? By taking advantage of the promotions. So, can you do that? Yes. And if you want to go back and listen to her training, I think we've got that training broken out. As a matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can, you know what? I don't know if we broke that training out. Did we break it out? Yeah, I think we did. And it can be, and you can find it on YouTube. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and drop that onto, what am I going to say? ibuumerang.com. ibuumerang.com is one of our featured trainings on how she got 242 active customers. Because what she talked about before, I think she only had maybe 120 some odd customers at that time. It applies. And she calls it stacking on the value. Stacking on the value. So, and you're going to hear more about stacking on the value today with my special guests that are going to be on here in just a moment. All right, we got another customer corner. TSA Jessica Thomas saved $69.10 on a reservation using iGo. So some people are saying, well, I only saved $5. Okay. Saving is the new earnings. Saving is the new earnings. So come on, guys. You know, I saved $69. Great. It's $69 more that you would not have had if you didn't use your iGo travel platform. And next is we had a family. Oh, Kiara Lasty had a family member who was going to visit St. Croix on business, saved his company over $560. Another testimonial of how good the iGo travel platform is. And we got Cash Shaw. I think he's over in the UK, and they saved, oh man, let me see here. It was 1,278 pounds, but it ended up being 587 pounds. That's currency. And so 587 pounds. So they saved a ton of money, and that was going to Cancun. So again, you know, saving people money, and that is what it's all about. And again, that's the philosophy. What does a boomerang do? You throw it out. Goodwill comes back. You throw out goodwill. Goodwill is bound to come back. And in some cases, it does come back in the form of a travel savings bonus. A travel savings bonus. So fantastic. Excellent job. Thanks for doing the customer corner this week. Now, if you've got a Top Gun spotlight, a DTRT story, send it to marketing@ibuumerang.com. Also, I want those customer spotlight or those customer corner stories. Send those to marketing@ibuumerang.com. Give me your name, give me your location. That way I can let everybody know where you're at in the world. But we've got people chiming in from all over. Again, I think we hit maybe, was it 4, 5, 6 continents this morning. So anyways, go ahead and send those in. Now, iboomhub.com. Can't say enough about it. Just go there, check it out. It's cool. There's a lot of stuff there. Lots of information about the Vision Conference. You can download the Vision video in downloads for the Vision Conference. Do this, guys, and do this, Flight Squad, please. Go ahead, download that video. Go to resources, then do the drop down and go to downloads, and then you're going to find it in the upper left corner. You're going to find the Vision video, and you can download it. Here's what I want you to do. This is a challenge for everybody on this call. Go ahead and send that out. Send that out. Hold on a second. Yeah, send that out to everybody you know, okay? And go ahead and post it on your social channels, all right? So that is a challenge. That's a challenge to everybody on this call this morning. go ahead and download that video, post it on your Facebook channel. It's 40 seconds, so you can put it on Insta. You might even be able to Snapchat it. I don't even know about Snapchat, but Snapchat that thing, okay? And get it out there. Tweet it, Telegram it, do all that stuff. All right, rock and roll. Oh, special guests. We're there. We're at the point. We are ready to rock and roll. Cynthia and Billy Cook, they are Sapphire ambassadors. Love these people. Loving. Billy helps out a lot here with the presentations on Thursday nights. I know he came and picked up the speaker the other night and got it all set up. Got us set up for the event. Cynthia, lovely lady. They, again, Sapphire ambassadors. They've been in network marketing for a long time. They've helped lots and lots of people win in network marketing. That's what I love. I love it that we can help others win. And Cynthia and Billy are all about helping others win. And when you win and when they win, what happens? You win as well. When the folks on your team and on your flight squad win, who wins? You do. You win. So, and I know that Cynthia and Billy are in the hashtag living rooms and dens, but there's another way they have grown their business, and they have grown it through the I Decide. The I Decide. So I am going to welcome Cynthia and Billy Cook onto this call. And what I need to do is I need to make them the host, and then they're going to be able to show their video. I made you host. So go ahead and show your video, Cynthia and Billy. Are you there? There they are.
Hey. Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Hold on a second. Cook onto this call. And what I need to do, hold on a second. Okay. Can you guys hear Cynthia and Billy?
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, good. You can hear him. I can't hear him. So you guys go ahead. I'm gonna try to dial into this call, but you guys go ahead. Tell us about how it is that you've been able to build your ibuumerang business using the I Decide.
Wow.
Tell them a little bit about what the I Decide is, and then tell them how you're using the I Decide to build your business.
Well, first off, let me go ahead and say, Mark, you're rocking this training on this morning. I'm very excited, my wife and I, and I took a lot of notes. You gave a lot of caveats, a lot of great nuggets, for a lot of people on the call. I want to also thank Mr. Holton Buggs and T. Gray and yourself, and Ms. Earlene Buggs. You guys have really put something together so phenomenal for us to be able to share on today our testimonial. And we're very excited for that. We've had a great journey. It's still ongoing. It'll never stop. We're going to boom the world. Guys, I can tell you right now, with what we've been able to do with our I Decide, which a lot of you guys, if you want to know what I Decide is a very effective technology. It's an interactive presentation that we've been able to send out. We've sent out over 150 I Decide presentations. And but what the key is that we've been actually following up with those decisions. A lot of people didn't make a decision, so we followed up. And Mr. Buggs taught us that the fortune is in the follow-up. And so we're going to give you guys exactly what we've been able to do in following up. And, so a lot of people don't have to teeter and tot between of what I need to do or how I did it or how we need to do it. We're going to show them exactly what needs to be done, because like Sam Bean always says, it's not about what's right, it's about what's exact. And I can tell you right now, even with our sponsor, I also want to, let me just give a shout out to also Mr. Edwin and Andrea Haynes, our sponsor. They've been, when I tell you, worked hand in hand with us in our startup process. It's been amazing. He's out taking some phenomenal trips and getting people boom qualified around the world. So guys, I'm really excited about that. But so what I want to do before I get off into talking about a couple of things as far as what we were able to do, I want to go ahead and let my lovely wife go ahead and just say a few things and just speak on how we did it, because she's the mastermind behind a lot of this. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm just the one who likes to just, okay. I'll just let her just go ahead and take over.
Good morning, boomers. Oh my goodness, I have been waiting for this moment for like a week now. And so, because I'm always excited to teach people or to help people to grow. And Billy and we have been so blessed to be able to expose our business to so many amazing people. And so what I want to do is I want to go over with you guys exactly how we're doing it. So Holton Bugs gave us the most amazing tool, okay? The I Decide tool. And it's so simple because everybody are not big sponsors. Everybody cannot present like Holton Bugs and T. Gray and Edwin Haynes. So he gave us a tool that is so simple that anybody can do it. And with what I've experienced is the only way you do not win with the I Decide is if you do not send it out and you do not follow up. Okay. So let me just kind of go with how I would do it. The first thing that I do is I remind myself to be in a hurry, show value, and then take it away. Okay. That's what we've learned from Mr. Holton Bugs Cash Cow, is to be in a hurry. A lot of times what I find is people, they get on the phone and then they talk to people for a very extended amount of time, and then they send the video. That is not gonna work. Okay. So what I would do is I would call Mark and I say, good morning, Mark, how are you? And so Mark would tell me he's fantastic. I say, Mark, listen, I don't have a lot of time, but I definitely need your email address. So Mark is like, okay, well, my email address is mark@ibuumerang.com. So he give me his email address and I say, Mark, you will not believe what Billy and I have our hands on. He's like, what is it? I'm like, listen, Mark, I'm gonna send you an interactive video. It is very important that you look at it all the way to the end. And the thing that I love about it is at the end, you get to make a decision. You get to decide if you're not interested. You get to decide if you want more information, if you want to be a customer, or if you want to join the movement. And I do that over and over and over. Okay, that's when I call people and I tell them that. But then I want to leave them with this. Mark, I'm definitely not promising you anything. Okay, so this may be for you, it might not be. I'm not promising you that this is going to be for Mark. But what I can tell you is that I'm going to put the power in your hands to decide. And the reason why I do that is so that I don't lose friends, okay? Because I'm giving this to a lot of friends and family members, and I don't want them to be like, oh my God, here she is with another one of them things, okay? So I let him know that it's okay. It's okay if you're not interested. And what happened is when a person tells me that they're not interested, what I do every single time is I send them a beautiful message. I thank them for their time. And then I ask them to please do me a favor. And if people are talking about traveling, then go ahead and pass my information on to that person. So now I've left that open for them to be able to call me. And people have actually called me and said, hey, listen, that video that you sent me, I sent it to my cousin. So he said he's gonna watch it, okay? And another thing that I do is when people tell me they wanna be a customer, I don't just send them a boomerang. I call them, because it is just important for them to be a customer as it is for them to be in business with us. Some of us are so focused on getting people to join our team that we've totally forgotten about the customer. And so what I do is I call them and I say, hey, listen, I've just sent you a personal code. The code is savings for you. It is your own free website. It will never cost you anything, but go ahead and open it up. I want to make sure that it's working for you. And so I walk them through it, they get their website all set up, and then I ask them, let's go ahead and visit somewhere. You know, where do you want to go? They say they want to go to Paris. I said, okay, great. Well, let's go ahead and look up some prices in Paris. And so I typically look up a hotel or a rental car or something like that with a person so they can actually get to see it. I walk them through how to compare. I get them familiar with the customer site, because now they're not going back to where they're used to. They're used to going to Travelocity or some of the other sites. And so I get them familiar with our customer site. But then if they say they want to join the movement, Mark, this is what we do. We actually sit down with them over Zoom or phone call or what have you. We sit down with them and we actually walk them through their back office. So we're not just sponsoring people and like Mr. Bug say, throw enough mud on the wall and hope it stick. We're actually walking them through their back office. I want them to know how to send out customer sites. Okay, so I explain to them. I show them how the boomerangs work. Okay, and then what I do is I take them to the I Decide. Okay, so I take them through that. I show them how that process works, and then I always have them to send one to themselves first. Okay, because I want them to get the feel of it. So I usually let them send one to themselves first, and then I'll ask them to send one to someone else, like maybe a cousin or a friend or a mom or a dad, so that they can do it themselves. Okay, and I don't just leave them there. I actually leave that door open and I let them know, give me a call if you get lost, because what I've noticed is a lot of people don't get it right away. I'm not a very fast learner. Okay, I am way out of my comfort zone with anything dealing with technology, and the fact that Holton Bugs and Erling Bugs, they actually set this business up, this tool up for me. They did this for me. Okay. So they set this up for me so that in my mind, that's in my mind, so that I could succeed. So it's no way that I'm not going to utilize this tool. We've actually sent it out to over 150 people. We have personally sponsored 28 people with the tool. And this morning we had a gentleman at 3 this morning. We saw a message that a gentleman said he wanted to join. So we have to follow up with him and get him to join.
So we're rolling over in our sleep, you know,
getting people in the business.
Getting people in the business.
And for those that say that they want to be a customer, guys, I think we've had maybe 40, maybe 30, 40 people that have chose to be customers just based on looking at the video. Now, here's another thing. A lot of people have chose to be customers, but when we walk them through the back office, they say, so I might want to take a position. I might want to get in place because this looks like something that's going to be really big. And so a lot of our boomerangs have gone to people that have turned around and have joined with us.
So it's not considered really a waste. It's that when you're going fishing, you put enough bait or the right bait on the hook and you cast your reel, you can reel something in. It's not always going to be a boot. Sometimes you just have a big catfish, so you just got to go fishing. You got to take risk, not chances. And that's how you act. Calculated risk, and that's the key thing.
So I want to start by saying, and I'm glad that Mark, that you showed the gentleman standing there with his list from Houston, because we started off with a very big list, okay? And in the beginning, we didn't know how to work it. We didn't know exactly how to present the I Decide, but we had enough people on our list that we had people that we could actually, I'm gonna say, mess up with. Okay, so we had a list. I think we started off with about 200 people on our list, right. And we started working through that list. And so when people said not interested, which actually I was going through the back office last couple of days, and I think we've had less than 10 people to say that they're not interested. So we haven't had a lot of people that's not interested, but we have had a lot of people that did not open the video. And so what I tell them is, that it's important to me that you open that video and look at it. Okay. And then they'll normally go back and they'll open the video and they'll let me know what they decide. So be in a hurry, show value, and then take it away. Be in a hurry. I got a little time, Mark, but I need your email address like right away. So Mark gives me his email address. I don't tell him what it is. I tell him that I have that my husband and I have come across something that is huge. And I also tell them that there's a lot of money on the table. And so that gets them to where they're gonna be like, okay, I better look at it. So I tell them that there's a lot of money on the table. And I tell them that that they have, that I'm not promising them anything, and that they have the opportunity to decide not interested. Okay. So that's the way, that's how Billy and I are doing it. Mark, I hope that helped somebody. And if somebody have any questions, I mean, we're open to it. So Thank you, Mark, for allowing us to share this morning. Honey, you got anything else?
Yes, I do. Like Mr. Bug says, the fortune is going to follow up. And he also says, inch by inch, it's a cinch. Yard by yard is too hard. And so what we have done is continue to be able to follow up with everybody, because we do know that in order to get to the fortune, we got to do the follow up. That's real important. Follow up with, like Cynthia said, we had a lot of people that said, that watched the presentation. We had a few people that watched the presentation and said, not interested, but they were only saying not interested because they want to watch the video again, but they had already made a decision and said join, but they just wanted to watch it over again and go through all of the things again. So even if a person says not interested, still follow up so you can get the actual
it may not be what they
decision
mean
over the phone, so you can actually hear what they're actually saying and just listen to them versus you just doing all the talking. Because Mr. Bugs also says that the person who's doing the most listening is making the most money, and the one that's doing the most talking is ain't making no money. So, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back over to you, Mark. Thank you so much for allowing us to share our journey and our success and what we've been able to do going Sapphire.
You guys are awesome. You guys rock and roll. Thank you for everything you gave. The chats are lighting up. People are saying, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. And some people are saying, we're going to go back. We're going to go back and we're going to reconnect with some of those people that I had sent IDecides to. So excellent stuff. Yeah. All right. Let me do this. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. Okay. No, it's good. It's good, you guys. So a couple of things that I really want to, hold on a second. Let me get that away. A couple of things that I really want to stress here are, you guys talked about the Fast Start training. You talked about the Fast Start training, and here's what I want to do. I want to just run through that very, very quickly, because it is important to understand how Cynthia and Billy did what they did. All right, let's see here. I'm going to try to share again. There we go. Go into share, go into the Fast Start training. Okay, now this Fast Start training is available. Where is this Fast Start training available? I'm going to give you a hint. ibuumerang.com. ibuumerang.com. In the download section, after every good party, after everything that you are doing, you are going to want to do the Fast Start training. Okay. And why? Why do you want to do the Fast Start training? Because that person is the most excited. They are just so excited at that point in time when they're joining. And at that moment is the best time to go ahead and give them an action plan. So what is the action plan? The action plan is go ahead and do the Fast Start training. And Fast Start training is this. Number one, step one, write down your dream destination and send it to your sponsor. Get them dreaming. Get them thinking about that vacation. Get them thinking about those places that they want to go. Get them thinking about their bucket list vacation that they want to go on. Okay. And you can even say that, you know, hey, where is it that you want to go? What's your dream destination? What is on your bucket list? Some people say, well, I don't have a bucket list. Well, you know what? You need to start one. So go ahead, write down that dream destination, and then you'll be there with them. So, you know, they may not need to send it to their sponsor. You may be there ready to accept it and encourage them. But if they're not there with their sponsor, go ahead and let them know, hey, get that to your sponsor because your sponsor needs to know. And then what you're going to be able to do is be able to remind them every single time when they're like, man, you know what, I sent 5 I-decides and, you know, everybody decided not to join. Well, you know what? Keep thinking about your dream destination because that is doable for you to get there, and utilizing the I-decide as they just let us know, as Cynthia and Billy just let us know, you know, hey, people are making decisions. Another person that, you know, sends out I-decides on a regular basis that had limited success in previous network marketing companies, but is having massive success here is Kendrick Benson. Kendrick Benson sends out, you know, 8, 9, 10 every single week. And he sends me the results. He goes, hey, Mark, sent out 9 more, got 5 decisions. 1 person said no. 2 people decided to become customers and 2 people became TSAs. So, you know, again, it works. The I-decide works. It's an incredible, incredible, incredible tool. Next, put together a list of 100. That's step 2, a list of 100. Cynthia and Billy, they put a list together that was much bigger than that. But, you know, start with a list of 100. And do you know where you find your list? You find your list on your phone. That's where people find their list. Think about it. Everybody has one of those devices, and everybody has tons of people in their phone. Definitely way more than 100. So just, you know, hey, have them sit down and say, hey, you know what? Put together a list of 100, 50 opportunity seekers and 50 travel saving seekers. That's step 2. Once you get that list down and have them write it down. The physical act of writing is very important when they're doing this step. Don't just say, oh, it's all in my phone. No. Have them write it down, just like we saw that gentleman holding up his list with Kiara Lasty, holding up his list and saying, hey, man, I got my list of 100. Step 3, become a jet setter. Do 10 plus 10 in 10 days, 10, 10, and 10. 10 plus 10 in 10. So get 10 active boomerang customers and get 10 I-decides set. So sending out 10 I-decides may get you those 10 active boomerang customers. Now, the other part too is you may find that as you're talking to people, and I find this all the time, you know, I'm traveling or I'm in an airport or I'm you know, at the store. People go, what's iBoomerang? And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. I say, you know what? We're a company that's disrupting the travel industry, much like Uber did the transportation industry and the taxi cab industry. They're like, what? Well, I want to know more about that. And I go, you know what? Let me do this. I'm going to send you an exclusive free website, but the link I'm going to send you expires in 3 days. So you're going to need to act on it immediately. Well, what's on this website? First of all, I want you to hear this again. It's free. It's free to keep, free to use, and free to continue using in perpetuity forever. But here's what I want you to know. You're going to be able to save up to 30% on all your travel. So when you're going to be traveling, next time, just check the site before you book. Well, what's the catch? The catch is this. You need to take a selfie on your first trip that you saved 30% on and send it back to me. Everybody wants to know what the catch is. That's the catch. So it's simple. It's easy. You can get 10 active boomerang customers. You can hashtag stack on that value like Renee does, and they become activated and then they use it. So do the 10 plus 10 in 10 days, 10 active iBoomerang customers or 10 active boomerang customers and 10 I-decides sent out. Now you're in the jet stream. What's next? Go ahead and set up 4 good parties with those that decided to join your team. Okay. You're going to get some people joining your team. What do you do in the first 24 to 48 hours? Set up 4 good parties. The living rooms and dens. Hashtag, give it to me again. Hashtag living rooms and dens. That's where it all happens. And when they're the most excited is in the first 24 to 48 hours. If you walk them through this fast start training in the first 24 to 48 hours, you're going to be able to get all of this done. All of this is going to be done, and you're going to be able to get things set up. Now, the thing to remember too is this. Let's go back to Billy and Cynthia and their training. And that is when they're out there trying to get people to come to their good parties, again, be in a hurry, show value, take it away. Okay. It's going to be really important for them to do that. And some of the people that have watched the I-decides are ones that you can invite as well. Hey, you want more information? You know, oh, I'm just a customer. Well, you know what? You want more information about the business opportunity? Come on over. We're going to have a good party. What's a good party? A get out of debt party. What? Well, I want to know more about that. Fantastic. Come on over to my house. I'm going to have somebody here, super special person that I love, have adored, and they are fantastic. And they've done extremely well in this business. So go ahead and do that. Last thing is this. Get registered for the next event at ibuumerangevents.com. The person who has the most people at the next event is going to be the person who makes it to the highest levels in this organization and in an iBoomerang. That's going to be the person. And I know that I've got people and yesterday I was talking to David Gilty. David said, man, I think I've got 100 people coming. I said, well, David, you need 200 people coming, man. 100's great, but it's not enough. And man, you need, and ladies and gentlemen, you need to get people to these events. The events are where lives get changed. My life, my family's life, it all boiled down to my first event that I ever went to. I didn't want to go to the event. I was like, man, I don't want to go. We lived in Northern California at the time, and the event was in Orlando. And I was like, absolutely not. I am not going to that event. But that person was persistent. And they said, man, you got to go, you got to go, you got to go. You're going to learn all these things. You're going to get what you need out of this event. We're going to learn how to build this business. And I was like, I don't really want to build this business. Well, I went reluctantly, and it changed our family's future. I would not be sitting here today. I would have never become a top 10 earner in network marketing if I had not gone to that event. So thank God we went to that event, and I'm here teaching and coaching and challenging you guys to get your team to this event. I know that everybody on this call probably already has their ticket, but that's not enough, guys. Get your people to this event, ibuumerangevents.com. And then you know what you need to do? Make an 18-month commitment, 18 months. And you know, at the time when we went to that event, I was excited. And the good news was this: before we left that event, we made a game plan with Holton Buggs. Holton Buggs sat us down and said, hey guys, here's what you need to do. First of all, I need you to commit for the next 18 months. We're like, done, we're good, we're ready to go. Then he said, here's what I need you to do next. I need you to get as many people into a room as possible. And he said, I will show up. And so we did it. We went to work. And he said, and he walked us through the 5 steps of fast start training. He said, how many people are on your list? Well, we haven't done a list. We'll get a list done. Okay. What's your dreams and goals? At that point, it was, what are your dreams and goals? And we said, well, we want to do this. We want to do this. And he's like, good, you can do that here. But he said, get your list put together. And then he said, hey, let's book out the next events that you have. And then he taught us how to invite. And this was before the cash cow. And so it works. The 5-step fast start system works. You guys need to do it. You need to put it together. You need to do it with the folks in the first 24 to 48 hours. So Cynthia and Billy Cook, congratulations to you sending out that I-Decide and doing the I-Decide. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not get any easier than that. And here's the other thing. Man, at that point in time, we were selling like juices and all kinds of stuff, and we had to give reasons on why it was better than anything else in the world. You don't have to sell travel. People know. As a matter of fact, we went out last weekend and we were doing some product testing at a lake in a boat. And we wakeboarded and swam, and the water was wet and the sun was shining and the clouds were beautiful, and it was the best day ever. So you don't have to convince anybody to travel. You don't have to convince them that, it's this thing that happened in the middle of nowhere and, all kinds of good stuff came out of it. And no, it's awesome. So people don't need to be convinced. So yeah, let me go back. Somebody wants to see slide number 4 again, but listen, you can download these slides. I'm going to say it again, iboomhub.com. Go to resources, go to downloads and download the slides. Download the slides. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's saying, I don't want to go to the event, but I have to go to this event. Yes, you do. You do, James. Yes, and the I Decide is going to be available in other languages. So, all right, guys, let's do this. Let me get back to my other slides so we can wrap up this training. Okay, and good. And technology is cooperating today in a good way. All right, finally, and this is it. What am I going to say? Vision, 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 vision. Let's end this call on hashtag vision. As a matter of fact, so Bernice, this call is recorded and it will be up on YouTube by the end of this weekend. And then we also put it on, where am I going to say, folks? Where am I going to say? Where am I going to put this? Where am I going to put this training? ibuumerang.com, ibuumerang.com. So let's wrap it up with this. Let's wrap it up with who's going to Vision? Who is going to the Vision Conference in Vegas? If you're going to the Vision Conference, go ahead and say, I'm going to Vision. I'm going to Vision. I'm going to Vision. So, ladies and gentlemen, love you. I can't wait to see you in Vegas. And T. Gray is going to be back next week. My co-pilot and best friend in the world and lifetime buddy is going to be back next week. We're going to be doing flight school right here together. We're going to have some special guests and we're going to have more special announcements. So you guys rock and roll. Love you. Make sure you get your tickets to Vegas, to the Vision in Vegas, and get your team there getting their tickets to Vision in Vegas. And with that, this is Mark Kithcart coming to you from the flight deck, the iBoom HQ, saying congratulations and signing off.